Ooh. Really wish I had a steel rod in my spine. Would be pretty nice right about now. Keep my posture up. That could be all nice and upright for yins. Okay, here we go. Get straight to the point. We're going to go right into C major. That's going to be our main focus, as C major is the easiest thing to do on the piano. So that I don't bore you with my boring statistic voice, let's get the music going. C. So this is a C major chord. Very specific. This is the C note. This is the C chord. And of course the C major scale. Pretty simple, right? So whenever I refer to any of those things, whenever I refer to the letter C, I will also specify whether it's the chord, the note, or the full scale. So it's the easiest because the C major scale is all white keys, as you can see. So you already know the C major scale from C all the way to C. And you can find C by looking for the two black keys everywhere. So every other set is two black keys. And then between them you see the three black keys. You see the two black keys. Whenever you see those, go down to your left and you'll have your C note. So you know how to find C now. Find the two buck teeth, and right there is your C note. So we're gonna build a chord. It's gonna be every other key. So we have a nice little space in there. So it's kind of that's what we call a chord. 3 notes, has many names, you know. And then the next chord we're going to do is a D minor. Let's not talk about the name or the quality of it. We're just going to worry about how to do it. So the D, so here's your C, and right next to it is your D. Because it goes A, B, C, all the way up to G, and then it turns into A again. So the musical alphabet is A through G, and that's it. So we're gonna do a C chord. People will tell you it's really important which fingers you use. They say use your thumb, middle, and pinky. I've seen, of course, new people, they want to use their index finger right here on the C, and they want to use like that. But your thumb will just give you way more range. I got little hands, so that's my range right there. But over time, your hands will get stretched, and they'll look freakish, but it'll be cool because people will know you play piano. And that's why we do this, because we want to be cool. So let's get right to it. I keep saying that. S, C, C, C. Yeah, I can't sing. I'm not going to sing for you. C. And then we're going to go right next to it. So we're going to shift the whole thing over, to land on the D, and then make a chord on there. Again. C to D. So the easiest way to do it is just start on the C note when you find those two black keys, and then do the chord, and then find the D note, which is right next to it, and then you can just shift them over one at a time. That's already a progression. I mean, some songs are one chord, so 2 chords, that's like a lot of other songs too. So you can do that in fun rhythms. You can try to do the chord also in your left hand. can't see that. There we go. So I got my C major in my left hand, and also in my right hand. Makes it nice and full. And then we're gonna try shifting those over one whole step, or to the chord next to it, to D. So a D chord over here, and a D chord over there. Wooga, wooga, wooga. Kill, 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 kill. All I'm doing is C major, D minor, blah, blah. And that's it. We're gonna play with that for a little bit. I'm not hitting any other notes than the ones I just showed you, just in different rhythms. So those three, and those three, and of course, don't get confused. I'll split them up. Here we go. So it'll be easier to play the ones right next to each other. You don't have to play way over here. Ultimately, you do want to do that because it sounds more open, wide, a bigger sound. But for practice, you don't want to. Just to start, let's keep them close as possible. So what's that? C4? I don't know. C5. So we're gonna use those two. Build the chord, and then right next to it, D chord. And then we're gonna just hit those buttons like it's a drum. And yeah, it's always easiest for the left hand just to do something simple like that. Straight eighths or whatever. And the left hand or the right hand is usually the smart hand. If you're right-handed, your right hand is the smarter one, of course. It's got all the brains in there. So that's going to be more so your voice, and this is just kind of like your small talk hand. If you want to play bass, that's a different story, and ultimately we will do that. We will split our brains into two. Little schizophrenia, but sorry, that's bad. It's a good joke. It's a very good joke. And then you can even get big with it. So now I'm going from C to its octave. And in the left hand, you can't see it on the screen, but I'm just doing the same. Just C chord, and then D chord over here in the bassier sounds. Bass, treble, middle child. So typically, the voice is always in the high note. It's high notes over here because they stand out to us in music in general. What we call the sopranos, and shit. That's it. That's the whole lesson. That's the first lesson. C. All I'm doing is C, and then I go 1, 2, 3 C, and I reach for that high C, and then same thing with the D. So now I'm not even doing the full chord in my left hand, because that can be actually a little easier. So instead of doing a full chord, I'm just doing one note. That's all you really need for the bass. that's the very beginning. Cool.